Hi everyone. Hi everyone, can you hear me alright? Just about, I'll shout as loud as I can. My name's Dave Williams.
It'll be on the video, don't worry.
I'll give it as much willy as I can. I'm Dave Williams, Chairman of the Badger Trust. I'd like to say a big welcome and thanks to everyone. I've been actively involved in opposing badger cull for over 25 years, including the Krebs trial, which involved killing some 12,000 badgers, but never has it been such profile as it is now. This is in part due to Team Badger, and especially Brian May, who sent his apologies. He hoped to join us, but his commitments were... Is that better? That's the best I can do. You have to come closer, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Just talk into it. We'll press the button.
Press the button and talk into it.
We'll try this one. Is that any better?
No, that's worse.
Anyone else?
Sam?
I saw another one around.
Sam? I've got another one somewhere. It's louder than that.
I'll just have to carry on the best I can.
Yeah, carry on with that one.
I'm sure you all know where we are with these so-called science-led pilot cull trials, which are a complete shambles. Experts on shooting and badger ecology experts all said it would not work, but DEFRA and NFU did not listen, and then decided to change the rules, seeking extensions and change into cage trapping. The Badger Trust has been looking in great depth with our excellent lawyers, looking at any possibility to take any legal action. But at this moment in time, after requesting a lot of information from Natural England and DEFRA, we're still awaiting more information. As usual, they've been very slow. And the timing is very critical for us, and we must be fully prepared to fight against any chance of a rollout, which means 10 of these fiascos happening each year for 4 years. This will include all the police, resources, the costs, huge cost to farmers, and of course the cost to taxpayers.
And badgers.
I think it's clear, absolutely, I think it's clear it's not about solving cattle TB, it's about killing badgers, satisfying NFU and wealthy landowners.
Yeah.
It's clear that NFU... Sorry, went over a few pages.
Don't panic.
It's very clear that the NFU have a great influence over the coalition government. The Badger Trust have tried to obtain information about their involvement for over a year, and despite being ordered to hand over the information under the Freedom of Information regulations, they have appealed, and now we await a tribunal. Transparency is not a word to use when discussing the pilots and the NFU's influence on government. Hidden in the farming news this week was the news that a cattle market was introducing a voluntary code whereby farmers selling cattle would release information about the cattle for sale, such as when it was last tested for TB and the history of TB in the herd. This sounds good, but it's voluntary and it's only at one market. This is outrageous. This should be compulsory at every market. Imagine buying a used car and not knowing if it's ever been serviced or has an MOT certificate. At the moment, bovine TB is focused on badgers. We must bring the focus back onto cattle measures, because we all know that this is the problem, and a few unfortunate badgers catch the disease from cattle. Most farmers in TB hotspots are not interested in any way of biosecurity and keeping badgers out of their food stores and cattle sheds. NFU have never had any form of acceptance of badger vaccination, which makes me even more sure they just want to kill badgers. The government are to discuss and approve the pilots in secret and then roll it out to 10 areas for the next 4 years. So please keep writing to your MPs. they may start to think actually that this could lose them votes in the next election. But of course, if you live in Brighton, no need to, as you have in Caroline, the best MP in the land. Well done, Caroline. I wrote a personal note to IMP, and in it I put the line, I will not forgive and I will not forget. I personally have visited the Cull zones and joined the night patrols in Somerset and Gloucester. I also visited Camp Badger. I stand in admiration of all concerned in these patrols, from all the organisations. They're out in all weathers, keeping a constant vigil on sets and shooting areas, but they are under-resourced and could certainly do with more help. Obviously Somerset's finished, but in Gloucester, if you have some chance to go down there, please go and visit and help out. We have not been alone in challenging the Cull. A coalition of animal welfare NGOs have got together under the banner of Team Badger. And it's at the Team Badger meetings that I have the pleasure of working with Dominic Dyer of Care for the Wild, now being my assistant here. And Dominic is passionate about stopping the Cull, and I look forward to hearing from him. We will not give up the fight for this unjust action by the government. We will use all legal means possible. I leave with a message to Cameron and Patterson: we will not go away and will continue to fight against this unjust action. Thank you.